So till now we have understood that what is a sequence. What is a sequence? So, and we have also understood, like I can see, what we have understood is what is a sequence. And what is a sequence? See, whenever the numbers are arranged in such a way that they have some or the other, they follow a pattern, then we say that it is a sequence. Like here, 4 into 3 will be 12, 12 into 3 will be 36, 36 into 3 will be 108, and this will go on. So this is called as a sequence. Some or the other pattern they will follow, and then they will progress in that pattern, along that pattern, then it is a sequence. But then again, going forward, sequence can be of various types, usually arithmetic progression and geometric progression. So here you have got arithmetic progression for your syllabus. What is arithmetic progression? See, try to understand. Whenever every term is added, only added by some number, by some some number, and it is the same number every time, so that you get a next term. And again, this second term will be added by the same number, then you get a third term, and this third term will be added by the same number, so you get a fourth term. Then we say this sequence is in arithmetic progression. Remember, the term is always added, and it is added by a positive number or a zero or even a negative number. To be in simple English language, when we can say that even when as the sequence progresses, if it is getting up, adding and going forward, if it is going on increasing by addition, if it is going on increasing, then also it is a arithmetic progression. And if it is going on reducing by the same value, even then it is a arithmetic progression. And even if supposing it is not getting added, if it is remaining same, then also it is arithmetic progression. But in mathematical language, we say that when it is reducing, then actually it is getting added by a negative number. When it is remaining same, then it is getting added by 0. And this is our topic of interest, arithmetic progression. Geometric progressions are when they are getting multiplied. Okay, this is in geometric progression. 4 3s are 12, 12 3s are 36. This is getting multiplied by the same number. So this is in geometric progression, but this is not our topic. Okay, now let us go to the next topic. Now, before we proceed further, I'll let you know that we have to understand the various, like we can say, parts of body: head, eyes, nose. Likewise, when there is a sequence given, then the sequence also has terminologies given to each and every part of its configuration, its existence. Like example, this is called as a term, this is called as a term. This every number, every value that is sitting in place is called as a term. But then this is called as first term, T1. This will be called as T2 because it is a second term. See, remember, supposing if I take it 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and so on, then try to understand. T1 is 3, means what? The first term is 3. The number sitting in here, we have to understand this number is 3. But remember, for here n is equal to 1. If I talk about this place, T1 is 3, but n is equal to 1. N is the number of the place where 3 is sitting. Okay, now if I come to this one, 9, then here this is basically first, second, third term. So I will say T3 is equal to 9. Remember, T3, 9 is the number sitting over here. Third term, who is the third term? Who is sitting in the third place? 9. So T3 is 9. But then n is equal to 3, means the number of term. Where is n sitting? Where is 9 sitting? 9 is sitting in the third place. So for this n is equal to 3. So you have to understand Tn. Tn means number of term. Number of term. Or the term sitting in the nth place. Sorry. Tn is what? Nth term. Like I can say T1 is first term. T4 is fourth term. T10 is 10th term. T1000 is 1000th term. Similarly, Tn will be nth term. Means I don't know what is the place of that term. But if I say here, I don't know what it is. 300 will definitely come in a sequence over here. When I go here, 300 will come. But 300 will come at which place? Which place? So of course it will definitely come at the 100th place. But 300 will come at the 100th place. But I don't know, supposing I don't know where this place is going to be. 300 is going to come in what term? Then I will say I don't know what is n, but Tn is equal to 300. This is definite. And n is what, that I don't know, but n is equal to 100. I know that because 3 into 100 is equal to 300. Okay. So n is the place at which the value is sitting. N is the place at which the value is sitting. And T is the value which is sitting at that place. Try to understand this. If I talk about n is equal to 6, then who is sitting at the 6th term? N is equal to 6. Then Tn is equal to what? Tn is equal to n is equal to 6. So Tn is equal to T6. And T6 will be what? 18. T6 will be 18. And n is equal to 6. So you have to understand what is the meaning of T, n, and you have to understand the meaning of n. And one more thing, most of the times A. What is A? A is always the first term. A is always the first term. Okay. So you have understood A. A is what? The first term. In this case, A will be what? 3. And Tn is always the nth term, whichever term you are talking about. T8. T8 will be 24 in this case. The 24 is sitting at the 8th place, and n is the place of the term. Okay. Very important one is common difference. The most important of all. Actually, each and everybody is important, but this is extraordinarily important. Common difference, which is called as D. Actually, it should be common difference, CD, but it is taken as D. What is D? See, this is very, very, very important. See, if I have taken this as my example, like 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19 and so on. So in this case, you can see A is the first term, that is equal to 4, and T3 is 10, and if T n is equal to 16, therefore n will be what? Tn is equal to 16, n will be what? 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is equal to 5. Okay. What is D? See, my dear students, D is what? We know that this is going on adding. And which number is going on added every time? 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 plus. So it is going on added by 3. So here the common difference is 3. Are you getting my point? And how to get it? See, always D, the formula for D is always T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 means this is not necessarily T2 minus T1 only. It can be any. T2 minus T1. What is T2? T2 is 7 minus 4. 7. T2 is 7. T1 is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay. We can also take it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if I say T6, so T6 I can take, but T6 minus T5, I will have to take one term before that. If this is T6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then D will be T6 minus T5. that will be equal to 19 minus 16, that is equal to 3. D can be any value. D can be volume T100 minus T99, provided you know the values of T100 and T99. D can, but in short, D is what? D is Tn plus 1 minus Tn. One number higher minus one number lower. Subtract them and then you will get the value of D. You can also write D is equal to Tn minus Tn minus 1. Both are basically going to be mean the same. See if you can understand this. So now I have explained you what is A. A is the first term, T1, okay, and Tn is nothing but nth term. N is, and remember you have to write it in this way, T and then N has to be down. T and N has to be down. You can't write Tn. You can't write this is T into N. This is wrong. T and N has to be at the base. This is called as base. If supposing any number is there over here, supposing 100 is here, then here this is called as a base 2, and this is called as to raise to the power of 3. These are two different positions. Okay, so we have to write it in this fashion only: Tn, T12, T20. This means 20th term, 12th term, nth term. Okay, and same if I write Tn, it will T into N, T into 12, T into 20. So this will be entirely different meaning. Okay, so we have understood nth term, we have understood A, and we have understood D. D is equal to what? Any number T2 minus T1. It can be T5 minus T4, T10 minus T9, whatever you take. N is the position of the term. Okay, so with this I suppose we are ready to understand the next part of the topic. What is the next part of the topic? That we can actually understand that. Now what are the types of questions that are asked? See, if you go to the exercise, that is the first exercise. Which of the following sequences are arithmetic progression? So here they see like what we had done before also. If it is a quadratic equation, the first questions are whether you are able to identify the quadratic equation. Whether you are able to identify the quadratic equation. So that's what they are telling you. I determine if the following equations are quadratic equations. Okay, that is what they will ask you. So similarly, first questions will be which of the following sequences are arithmetic progressions. Identify if it is an arithmetic progression or not an arithmetic progression. If they are arithmetic progression, because if they are not arithmetic progression, then forget. Find the common difference, means that number by which each term is getting added. Number by which each term is getting added so that the next term is achieved. That number we have to find, and that number is called as common difference. Okay, so these type of questions, what we have to do is that, see here, it is very simple, my dear students. Everywhere a slight logic is supposed to be explained. You can understand very well. See, the first one is T, 2, 4, 6, 8. You can make out 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. You can make out. So this is definitely arithmetic progression. You know it. If it is in MCQ, you can write true, it is arithmetic progression. D is what? 2, because it is getting added by 2 every time. But if supposing this is a descriptive question like this, then you will have to show it. How do you show it? So here D is equal to what? T2 minus T1, that is 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. Again D is equal to what? Go to the next one, T3 minus T2. First you took this pair, then you take the another pair. Always higher pair minus lower pair. That will be 6 minus 4, that will be again 2. D is equal to T4 minus T3, that will be again 8 minus 6, and this is 2. You should see to it. If it is very easily available, possible, then it is okay. Now here, since the common difference d is equal to 2 is constant. Means what? Now what are you trying to say? What are you trying to prove is that in this, the progression is increasing by the same number. Same number is getting added. Same number is getting added to each term, so that next term is achieved. And what is that same number? That number is 2. Therefore, the given sequence is in arithmetic progression and common difference is equal to 2. Finished. Okay, if we go to the second one, what is that? 2 comma 5 upon 2 comma 3 comma 7 upon 3 comma, and this stops. So this is the next question. Here what happens? Here again you will do the same thing. You should actually see if it is true. See, you should actually see it first. See, in first case what is going to happen? 5 upon 2 minus 2. This will be what? 5 upon 2 minus 2 will be, let me write in the clean handwriting. 5 upon 2 minus 2 means actually 1. 5 minus 5 into 1 5, 2 minus 2 into 2 4, 5 minus 4 upon this also you will have to multiply 2. That will be 1 upon 2. Fine. The 1 upon 2 is your d. Next will be what? 3 minus 5 upon 2. Right? The higher term minus the previous term. This again will give 3 2s are 6 minus 1 5s are 5 upon 2. This is again 1 upon 2. Right? 6 minus 5 is 1. This last one also you should take 7 upon 3 minus 3. This will again give you 7 minus 1. 7 ones are 7. 3 3s are 9 upon 3. This is going to give you minus 2 upon 3. So you can make out now 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, but this is not constant. So this will not be in arithmetic progression. So you have to be careful about this. So you will tell over here d is equal to t2 minus t1 is equal to 5 upon 2 minus 2. You know it is 1 upon 2. D is equal to t3 minus t2. 3 minus 5 upon 2. That will be 6 minus 5 upon 2. That will be 1 upon 2. Also you have t4 minus t3. 7 upon 3 minus 3. That will be 7 minus 9 upon 3. That will be minus 2 upon 3. Now again you will tell, since the common difference is not constant, therefore the given sequence is not in arithmetic progression. Okay, my dear students, so this way we go forward. Question number 3. In question number 3 they have given minus 10 comma minus 6 comma minus 2 comma 2. This is the, now again you can see here, why I am asking you all people to see is that, see here, first will be minus 6 minus minus 10. That will be minus 6 plus 10. That will be 4. Fine. Minus 2 minus minus 6. That will be minus 2 plus 6. That will be 4. 2 minus minus 2. That will be 2 plus 2. That will be 4. So no problem. Fine. So this also is in arithmetic progression. So you know that. Now d is equal to t2 minus t1. That is minus 6 plus 10. That is equal to 4. D is equal to t3 minus t2. That is minus 2 plus 6. That is still equal to 4. D is equal to t4 minus t3. Is 2 plus 2. That is equal to 4. Since the common difference, that is d, is equal to 4, is constant, therefore the given sequence is in arithmetic progression and the common difference is equal to 4. Fine. Like this we have to proceed. Actually this has become very easy. You can now take your own leap further. If you have understood it, you can try it on your own. Pause the video, and see it here, it is 0.3 comma 0.33 comma 0.333 comma, and this will go on. So we will tell again d is equal to t2 minus t1, that is 0.33 minus 0.3. This will become what? 0.33 minus 0.3 will be 0.03. Fine. 3 minus 0, 3, 3 minus 0, so this will be, that is equal to 0.03. Second case, 0 is, d is equal to t3 minus t2, t3 is this 0.333 minus 0.33. So this will become 0.333, 0.330. This will be 0.003, 0.003. Now you can make out this is not constant, since the common difference is not constant. Therefore, the given sequence is not in arithmetic progression. Fifth one, 0, minus 4, minus 8, minus 12. Here again, now you can see 0, minus 4 will give you minus 4, minus 4, minus 4 will give you minus 8, minus 8, minus 4 will give you minus 12. So here we can see the difference. Basically this is going on reducing, and it is going on adding by minus 4. So here again we will say d is equal to t2 minus t1. t2 is minus 4 minus 0, that will be minus 4. Again d is equal to t3 minus t2. t3 is minus 8, minus minus 4 will be plus 4, that will be still minus 4. d is equal to t4 minus t3. Remember this, these formulas are very important. Means they are, you are the one who is selecting them and constructing them. t4 minus t3, that is minus 12, minus 8 will be plus 8, that will be again minus 4. Since the common difference, that is d is equal to minus 4, is constant, therefore the given sequence is in arithmetic progression. Therefore common difference, what they have asked you to find, minus 4. Remember, minus 4 is a number which is going on adding to each term so that you get the next term. Okay, so sixth one, minus 1 upon 5 comma minus 1 upon 5 comma minus 1 upon 5. You know that when the term is going to be a same term, even then it is an arithmetic progression where d is 0. So here again we will get d is equal to t2 minus t1. t2 is minus 1 upon 5 minus 1 upon 5 will be plus 1 upon 5, that will be equal to 0. Sorry, minus 1 upon 5 again plus 1 upon minus 1 upon 5 will be plus 1 upon 5, 0. Since the common difference, that is d is equal to 0, is constant, therefore the given sequence is in arithmetic progression where common difference is 0. Okay, in this way we go forward. Sixth question also is done. So we go to the seventh one. Slightly interesting question. 3, second term is 3 plus root 2, then it is 3 plus 2 root 2, then it is 3 plus 3 root 2. This goes on. So now if you will see d is equal to what? Be careful, t2 minus t1. What is t2? This whole thing is t2. 3 plus root 2 minus 3. This will go, the answer will be root 2. Fine. Then I go to the next one. t3 minus t2. t3 is this one. 3 plus 2 root 2 minus this 3 plus root 2. This will give you what? 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 minus root 2. So now if you see over here, 3 minus 3 will get cancelled. 2 root 2 minus root 2. We have got what? 2 root 2 minus root 2. So when these are things happen, then I told you these are common radicals, root 2, root 2, but they will not function. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 root 2, that is nothing but root 2 only. Same hai. 2 root 2 minus 1 root 2 means 2 minus 1 will be 1 and root 2 will be copied down. It is just like 2x minus x means 1x. 2 minus 1 is 1 and x will be copied down. Similarly it is. So this also is there. Then the other one, d is equal to t4 minus t3. What is t4? This 3 plus 3 root 2 minus this one 3 plus 2 root 2. So when I open the bracket, what do I get? 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 minus 2 root 2. Again 3 minus 3 will get cancelled and then 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. Again same thing will happen. 3 minus 2 will be 1. Root 2 will be copied down as it is. So this will be equal to root 2. Okay, it is same like 3y square minus 2y square. So this y square are common. That's why this subtraction is going to take place. 3 minus 2 is 1 and 1 y square will just come down. It is same. So again the same thing, since the common difference, that is d, is equal to root 2 is constant. Therefore the given sequence is arithmetic progression where d is equal to, or common difference is equal to, is root 2. Okay, so this is big. Whenever d is positive, the sequence is going on increasing. Remember that. Okay, if d is negative, the sequence is going on decreasing. The next one is 127 comma 132 comma 137. Simple, d is equal to t2 minus t1. That will be equal to 132 minus 127. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That is equal to 5. And d is equal to t3 minus t2. That is equal to 137 minus 132. This is also 5. Since common difference, that is d is equal to 5, is constant. Therefore given sequence is in arithmetic progression where common difference is what? 5. Okay, my dear students, so this way we have finished our first question and now we can proceed for our second question. What does the second question say? Now here it is exactly opposite. See here in this question, they ask, the sequence is given to you and you have to identify whether the given sequence is in arithmetic progression or not in arithmetic progression. At that time what you are supposed to do, we are supposed to find d. In every case we are supposed to see the d, calculate d. If d is constant, it is an arithmetic progression. If d is not constant, it is not an arithmetic progression. Simple, my dear students, don't go very technically. As I had told you, if every term adds by the same value to get the new value, new term, then the sequence is an arithmetic progression. If every term doesn't increase by the same value, it is not in arithmetic progression. But this I can speak in English. This we have to show it on paper in mathematical language. That's why we have to find d. We have to find that the difference between the two numbers, two consecutive terms, is same. Only then it will mean that each term is getting added by the same number so that we get the next term. Are you getting my point? Each term is getting added by the same number so that we get the next term. This is what we have to explain when we write it on paper. For that, how do we explain it? It is that instead of seeing that how they are going on increasing, adding by the same number, what we do is that we find the difference between the two terms and show that the difference is constant. Since the difference is constant, therefore they are in arithmetic progression. Otherwise they are not in arithmetic progression because they are not getting added by the same number. Okay, now getting to the question number 2. Here what is happening? Here they have given write an arithmetic progression whose first term is a. Sometimes we can write only t1. Instead of writing a, they will write t1, though both are meaning the same, whose first term is a or t1 and common difference is t in each one. Now here what happens? They have given you a first term and they have given you common difference, and now you have to frame or you have to find the arithmetic progression. See, here they will give write an arithmetic progression because it is in arithmetic progression. Okay, so here the case is exactly reverse. What happens here? A is equal to 10, D is equal to 5. Fine. What we will do? T1 is equal to A is equal to 10. Now what will be T2? T2 will be whatever is T1 plus D. है ना? T1 what is 10? T1 10. 10 plus D is 5. That will be equal to 15. How many they have told? Write an arithmetic progression. Write an arithmetic progression. How many? It is up to you. You can go for 3 terms or you can go for 4 terms. That is also equal. No problem. The next is what? T2 you have got this. T2 is equal to 15. T2 plus D. 15 plus 5. 20. T4 will be what? T3. T4 you have to go and calculate. So you have to go to previous one. T3 plus D. 20 plus 5. That will be 20. Therefore the arithmetic progression is 10, 15, 20, 25, this is going to infinite. Okay, now going to the second question. A is equal to -3, D is equal to 0. Again we will do the same thing. T1 is equal to A is equal to -3. T2 is equal to T1, this is T1, plus D, that is -3 plus 0, it is going to be -3. T3 is equal to T2 plus D, -3 plus 0, that is going to be -3. T4 is equal to T3 plus D, -3 plus 0. See, when D is equal to 0, then the sequence is going to be the arithmetic progression. What is that? -3, -3, -3, -3. Fine. Third question. A is equal to -7, D is equal to half. Okay, A is equal to -7, D is equal to half. In this case, what will happen again? T1 is equal to A, that is equal to -7. Fine. T2 is equal to what? T1 plus D. What is T1? -7 plus D. What is D? Half. That will be equal to -14 plus 1 upon 2. That will be -13 upon 2. This will be your next one. T3 will be equal to T2 plus D. What is T2? T2 is -13 upon 2 plus D. D is half. This will be -13 plus, because denominators are same, so you don't have to cross multiply. -13 plus 1 will be -12 upon 2. That will be -6. Fine. T4 will be T3 plus D. T3 is -6 plus D is 1 upon 2. That will be -12 plus 1. Right? 2 6 are 12 plus 1 upon this also you will multiply 2. That will be -11 upon 2. Therefore, the arithmetic progression is, what is that? -7, -13 upon 2, -6, -11 upon 2, and this goes on. Okay. So this is how we are solving it. I hope you all are enjoying it. Not at all difficult. Okay. Now we go for the fourth question. The A is equal to minus 1.25 and D is equal to 3. So again same thing, T1 is going to be equal to minus 1.25, that will be equal to minus 1.25 is equal to A actually. So T2 is equal to T1 plus D. What is T1? Minus 1.25 plus D is 3. So now it is going to be a challenging thing, because now you will have to actually subtract them. 3 minus 1.25. This will give you 75. 2 minus 1, 1.75, but then plus 1.75. Plus will be the answer because sign of the greater number. Okay. Then T3, T2 plus D. What is T2? 1.75 plus 3. This is easy. 4.75. Okay. Now you will write decimal will come under the decimal. 3 ka decimal is over here. 4.75. Of course you are going to add it. T4 is equal to T3 plus D. T3 is 4.75 plus 3. This is going to be 7.75. Therefore the arithmetic progression is, what is that? Minus 1.25 comma 1.75 comma 4.75 comma 7.75 comma, and this goes on. Okay, with this we have finished the fourth question, and now we move to the fifth one. A is equal to 6, D is equal to minus 3. Again T1 is equal to A is equal to 6. T2 is equal to T1 plus D. T1 is 6 plus minus 3 will be minus 3. This is, now we have got a reducing progression. T3 will be T2 plus D. What is T2? 3 plus minus 3. This will be 0. T4 will be T3 plus D. What is T3? 0 plus minus 3. This will be minus 3. Therefore the arithmetic progression is 6 comma 3 comma 0 comma minus 3 comma, this goes on. Okay, now we go to the sixth one. A is equal to minus 19, D is equal to minus 4. So what do we get? T1 is equal to A, that is equal to minus 19. T2 is equal to T1 plus D. T1 is minus 19 plus minus 4. This will be 19, 23 minus 23. T3 will be T2 plus D. T2 is what? Minus 23 plus minus 4. That will be equal to minus 27. T4 is equal to T3 plus D. What is T3? Minus 27 plus minus 4 minus 31. Therefore the arithmetic progression is minus 19 comma minus 23 comma minus 27 comma minus 31 comma, this goes on. Okay, so with this we have finished the second question as whole. So I hope you have understood both the questions. There are two different type of questions. The first question, what they have done is that they have given you the sequence and they are asking you to identify whether the sequence is a arithmetic progression or not an arithmetic progression. For that we have to find D for all the cases. And then if you will see that if T2 minus T1, T3 minus T2, T4 minus T3 is constant, is the same value, that means common difference is same, is constant, not same, is constant. Therefore it is in arithmetic progression. If it is not constant, so it is not in arithmetic progression. And when you go to the second one where they are giving you A and they are giving you difference, common difference, and you have to write the arithmetic progression. So you just have to get the first A is given. A means T1 is given. T1 is given, that means T1 plus D will give you T2. T2 plus D will give you T3. Means any term plus D will give you next term. We can say that Tn plus D will be Tn plus 1. I hope you understand this. Okay. Now here, find the first term and common difference for each of the arithmetic progression. So now this is very easy actually. Find the first term and common difference. So they, for each of the arithmetic progression. Now these are the arithmetic, this is an arithmetic progression. It is given to you that it is an arithmetic progression. So you don't have to check whether the common difference is constant or not constant, because each of arithmetic progression. In the first one they have given 5 comma 1 comma minus 3 comma minus 7 comma this goes on. So here find the first term. The t1 is equal to 5. You can make out very nicely. And d is equal to what? You can take any. t2 minus t1. 1 minus 5 minus 4. Therefore t1 is equal to 5 and d is equal to minus 4. This is their answer. Simple. So second one, if you will see, 0.6 comma 0.9 comma 1.2 comma 1.5 comma this goes on. So here again t1 is equal to 0.6, d is equal to, simple it is, any one you can take. You can take t4 minus t3 also, no problem. 0.9 minus 0.6, this will give you 0.3. Therefore t1 is equal to 0.6, d is equal to 0.3. Okay, that's all. This is all. Then we go to the third question. Third question gives us 127 comma 135 comma 143 comma 151 comma this goes on. Then we get t1 is equal to 127 because it is the first term, and d is equal to t2 minus t1, that is 135 minus 127, 27, 330 plus 5, 30 means 8. Okay, this is 8. Therefore t1 is equal to 127, d is equal to 8. Simple. Fourth one, 1 upon 4 comma 3 upon 4 comma 5 upon 4 comma 7 upon 4 comma this goes on. So now what is the next? So here t1 is equal to 1 upon 4, d is equal to t2 minus t1, that is 3 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4, 3 minus, because the denominators are same, you can directly subtract. 3 minus 1 will be 2 upon 4, that will be 1 upon 2. Therefore t1 is equal to 1 upon 4, d is equal to 1 upon 2. This is your answer. So okay my dear students, so with this we have finished exercise 3.1 and we soon will be going to the next exercise. I hope I have completed some basics that are required for this exercise. We can definitely go forward. Okay my dear student, but not now, of course, next lecture. Okay my dear students, thank you. I hope you all have understood this, and stay home, stay safe. Soon things are going back to normal and soon we will be doing our studies together. I hope so. Thank you my dear students. Take care. Love you all. Bye for the day.